grab your weights, and then we'll just bring them on either side of the mat so that they're easy to grab. And then, sorry, Ashley, that you have 3 pounds. You're gonna not like that later. But let's just start with a couple cat-cows here. So just warming up the spine. Take a nice deep breath in and open up the chest as you inhale. And then as you exhale, I want you to round out through your spine. And then just think about looking down between your legs. Inhale as you open up the chest. And then exhale as you press out. So moving our spine just like we would if we were doing a roll up or a roll down. Just getting into that flexion. Let's do one more here. Nice big inhale at the top. Exhale as you press everything out. And then want you just to hold a center here. Tuck your toes, take a nice deep breath in. And then as you exhale, you're just going to lift your hips up and take a moment to pedal out the feet. So trying to push the heels as close down to the mat as you can. We'll lift both heels up nice and high. And then we're going to take a shift forward into a plank position. So hold your plank for just a few breaths there, pushing away from the ground. And then take a deep breath in. Next exhale, I want you to lift your hips back up nice and high. Keep the heels up, just warming up the spine. We're going to shift forward into our plank, and this time instead of hips up, you're going to bend your knees. So I want you to bend your knees in, tuck yourself into a little ball, like a rabbit position, and then shift yourself forward. Let's start to alternate with one pike, coming up nice and high in the hips, and then shifting the weight forward, plank, exhale into that rabbit position. So I want you to sit back towards your heels as best as you can. Let's do 3 more of each, just with your breath. And then when you bend your knees, I want you to think about driving those knees into your chest and warming up the shoulders. 2 more of each. Tuck the knees in, nice and tight, sit back. And then last one, we'll go up into a pike, nice and high here through the heels. Shift back into your plank. Last time in that rabbit position, bend your knees. Want you to hold here for a breath. So really try to drive the knees up into your chest. Here's 3, 2, 1, knees down. Take a child's pose. You can walk your fingers out nice and long and just take a deep breath into the back of the body. And the last big breath here, let's just shift it forward onto all fours. So this time we're going to take our weight in our left hand. So grab your weight. Right hand's going to stay on the mat, knees are going to go nice and wide. Just going to take that left hand and start with it back by your hip. So you want the palm to be facing up here. So once we get there, take a nice deep breath in, swing the arm down. Exhale as you push to straight. So my elbow's never going to drop below my rib cage. Want to keep the elbow up high and just hinge at the elbow. And then when you feel good here, you feel balanced, I want you to take your right leg back behind you and then knee and elbow bend in, everything presses out. So maybe we don't feel balanced if we add the leg, so you can take it out if you want to. Let's do 4 more. Think about straightening that leg all the way, squeezing through the tricep all the way. Last 2. And then last one, you're going to press back and hold. Pulse both up for me. So little lifts and lowers. Lift and squeeze through the glutes. And then let that weight get heavy in your hand as you push up through the palm. Let's do 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Shake it out. A little rest. Now we're going to take the elbow up with the palm turned in towards the body. Just a different part of the tricep. So you're going to press back here and hold. And then bend it back from the elbow. So hold at the top, little pause. With this rotation, it's thumbs down, pinkies up. And then when you're ready, let's go ahead and add that leg. So everything bends, and then everything reaches back out. 5 more. Last 4. 3. 2 more. And the last one, press out and hold. Last set of pulses here, up and down. So pinkies up, push up a little higher than the hips. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down and rest. See, all you need are 2 pounds. That's it. Let's do the other side. We're going to start with the palm facing up towards the ceiling. and then we'll be adding that left leg in a little bit. So start to bend and press through the arm. And I want you to think about pressing that flat hand up towards the ceiling. Elbow's gonna stay up nice and high. And then when you're ready, add the left leg. Everything can bend and press at the same time. You can keep that leg out if that feels better. Go ahead, push all the way up. Last 3. And just try to link the movement with your breath here. Try not to lose connection to your core. Last 2. And the last one, hold. Little pulses up, just 10. Try to keep that palm flat up towards the ceiling and just lift the leg enough to squeeze. Last 4, 3, 2, last 1. Bring it down. Palm's gonna go in. So when we press back, it's pinky up. Press the arm back. Pause at the top, and then bend it back in. So really think about swinging at that elbow. When you're ready, you can add that left leg back in if you did it on the other side. Good. Try to press evenly through that left arm and right knee. Let's do 4, 3, 2 more. Last one, press it back, hold it there, little pulses up. So try to press the back of that hand, pinky side, up towards the ceiling. Just 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. You can set your weight down. And then let's come on down to those forearms. So interlace your hands together. Keep your weight close by. And then just tuck your toes and find your forearm plank. You can always come down to your knees if you need to, but we're just going to start to go into some shoulder sliders here. So you're going to come up onto the tippy toe, slide the chest forward, and then press back through the heels. So we're thinking about our lats a little bit more here, especially as we shift forward to help stabilize us. Let's do 4 more of these. Last 3. Keep your booty down, tailbone tucked under. 2 more. And last 1. Knees come down. Let's come into a side plank here. So just face one of your weights so it's close by. And then come into your side plank first. You can stagger your feet if you need to, and then go ahead and grab that weight into your top hand. We're going to start with the arms extended up and then just go into little hip dips here. So down an inch, up an inch. Nice and small. Let's do 4. Knees can come down if you need it, especially that bottom knee. Last 2. Last 1, hold it there. Now we're going to start to scoop the arm around the body, rotate down towards your mat, and then unfold. So reach the arm back up. Adding a little rotation through the ribs here. Let's do 4 more. Last 3. 2. And last 1. After your last one here, hip can come down, weight can come down. Let's press it back into a child's pose and just stretch out those arms. We'll get set up on the other side here. So just shift over onto your other elbow. Get yourself set up in your side plank, grab your weight. It's going to go in that top hand, and once you get there, let's start with those hip dips. As I lower and lift my hips, I'm still reaching up long through the arms. So I want to really try to extend towards the ceiling. Last 4, 3, 2, last 1. Add that rotation, so start to scoop the hand around towards the bottom ribs, and then unfold. Reach all the way up at the top, and then try to rotate the shoulder down towards the mat. Last 4. Really push through that bottom elbow. Stay connected into those lats. Last 2. And last 1 here. Set the weight down. Take a child's pose. Stretch your arms out nice and long in front of the body. Keep your hips where they are. Just walk your arms over to the right side of your mat to stretch the space underneath your arms and your waistline. And then over to the other side of the mat. Same thing. And we'll take one more deep breath in here, start to walk the hands in towards center, and then up towards your hips. Ouch, 2-pound weights. They are a killer. Okay, so we're gonna swing the legs out in front of the body, grab your weights so that they're close by, and then we're gonna go ahead and lay down. So lay down in your lying position so your feet are gonna be flat on the mat. And then let's just go ahead and grab those weights into the hands. Hips distance apart with the legs. You're gonna take a nice deep breath in, exhale as you press to curl. So if any of this is too much with the weights, you don't have to do it with the weights. Inhale the arms back up, head comes down. Exhale as we press to curl. As you lift your head, neck, and chest, just look right between those legs. Let's do 4 more. Just warming up the abs a little bit more as you exhale and press up. Think about getting all the air out of your body. Last 2. And then on your next one, you're going to press and hold it there. Give me little circles with those arms, just like you're drawing a circle out next to the legs with your middle fingers. So reach the arms really, really long. Take a deep breath in and then switch direction of your circles. So nice and small. They don't have to be big. Think about squeezing it nice and tight to the side of the body. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it. Little pulses from here. So I want you to sweep those hands forward as you exhale. Squeeze into your core a little tighter. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice and slow. Lower everything back down. Take your feet out a little bit wider than hips distance. We're going to keep the weights in the hands. This time we'll add obliques. So you're going to exhale to frame one leg at a time. Rotate through the chest and then inhale as you come back to center. Alternate, take it right over to the other side. Exhale as you squeeze. Inhale as you come back through center. If you want a little bit more here, you can take those legs up to tabletop. Otherwise, this is plenty of work. Let's do 4 more. So 2 more on each side. Try to rotate through the chest and ribs. Good. Next time you're over to that right leg, let's hold it there. Little pulses. So I want you to try to keep everything from the hips down nice and still. Again, if you want a little bit more, go ahead and take that right leg to tabletop. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Inhale everything back up. Let's finish off on that left side. Start to pulse it out. Just getting a little bit deeper into that rotation and into your abs. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Left leg comes down, arms come back up. Let's bring the palms together with the weights. You can use both weights, but if you just want to use one, that's plenty. Take a deep breath in, exhale as you press to curl here. So weights go between the legs. Inhale as you come back down. Again, you can go to a tabletop position if you want a little bit more. And that work at the top is in the pause. So hold at the top, get all the air out, and then inhale as you come back down. Think about rolling up here 1 vertebrae at a time. And then let's start to add a double pulse into it. You'll come to curl, pulse, pulse, and then inhale as those arms come back over the chest. Pulse, pulse, and reach back up. Your feet can come down at any point. Let's do 3. Good, nice and stable. Press down into your tailbone. Here's 2. And last one, just hold. Let's pulse it out for 10, 9, 8, 7. Push down into the mat with your hips. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice big inhale and relax those arms down by the side. Let's keep the weights. Just walk the feet in a little bit closer, hips distance apart. We're going to start to add a bridge movement here. So weights go up, retract the shoulders. You're going to take a deep breath in. As you press your hands to your hips, I want you to lift your hips, squeeze at the top. Arms up, hips down. Exhale as you press, and then lift up through those hips. So soft little bend in the elbows. Make sure you're not squeezing too tight on those weights. Let's do 5. Good. Always take the weights out if they're not working for you. Last 4. Just creating a little opposition with our movement. Here's 3. 2 more, and then we'll hold. And then on our last one here, let's hold it at the top. We're gonna go little circles with those arms again. So can you press up through the heels while you're drawing those circles with your arms? And keep your chest open, so roll your shoulders back and down. Reverse direction of those circles, nice and small. See if you can come up an inch higher in the hips. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the weights down, articulate down through your hips, and then hug those knees into your chest. Give yourself a little rock from side to side. All right, let's just keep one of those weights for our roll-ups. Your heels are going to go into the corner of your mat, and you'll take your weight, and then let's just hold it one hand on either side. Going to take a deep breath in here, and then flex the feet, start to roll up nice and slow, one vertebrae at a time. Reach through the weight at the top, and then restack the spine, shoulders back and down as you start to tuck and roll back. One vertebrae at a time, we roll all the way back down onto the mat. You can stretch your arms up overhead if that feels good, but before you start to roll back up, tighten back up through that tummy, pull your rib points together, start to push down into the tailbone, reach all the way through those arms. Restack and roll down. Let's do 3 more of these. If you're sliding around on the mat, that is okay and normal. Ribs together, belly button down, push through the arms. Good, the last 2. Roll all the way up towards those feet, and then on this last one here, we're gonna go a little bit more than halfway down. So get to your halfway point, shoulder blades are floating off of the mat, and then just give me a little pulses here. So everything from my waistband down is still and pushing down into the mat. And I'm just trying to reach a little bit more into my crunch here. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Roll all the way down. Arms go up overhead. You're gonna come up into that bow one more time. This time just a little one. So just the shoulder blades are gonna float off the mat. Flex the feet, little pulses. Try to pull the hips in as you come up, and you can see that waistband. Try to pull your belly away from it. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Hold it, take a deep breath in, exhale, come all the way up into your forward fold. You can drop that weight down, grab your feet, whatever feels good for you there. We'll take one more deep breath in and slowly start to roll back up. Let's swing onto our knees. So I'll face you so you can see what's happening. And we're gonna need both weights again. So if it's comfortable for you to be up in this kneeling position, you can. Otherwise, you can sit back on your heels for the first few exercises here. We're gonna take our weights in both hands, and then arms are gonna come out to a T shape. So widen out the knees, you can bring the feet together for a little base. Important that the shoulders are relaxed back and down here, and then we're just gonna go into little circles. So try to even out your shoulders, and then even out the movement, because obviously one arm is gonna be stronger than the other. And then I want you to try to stretch your arms towards the opposite sides of the mat, so you're really nice and long. Take a deep breath in, and then switch direction of your circles. Again, really stretch, keep it small, and just slow. Let's do 4, 3, 2, last one. Lower the arms down. You're gonna flip the palms and then come up into a W shape with the arms. So kind of swing them out a little bit. Start to pulse out through the arms, pushing out through the fingertips, and then tuck the belly in nice and tight. So try to pull the pelvis back to neutral. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Push all the way out, come back in. We're gonna bring the hands together out in front of the chest, and then let them open back up, nice and wide. Try not to swing your chest while you do it, and then see if you can put a little bit more of a bend in your elbow. Squeeze, push back out. Let's add a double pulse to it when we open the arms out. Give me a pulse, pulse, and then a push back. Small but mighty. Let's do 5 more of those. Good, pull it in. Try to keep your palms lifted up towards the ceiling the whole time. Good, squeeze in. Last 3. 2 more. Good. And last one. Pulse, pulse. Pull the arms together and relax them back down. Now turn to the side so that you guys can see me, but you can stay right there. You're going to flatten out the feet on the mat so you can untuck them if they're tucked under. And then go palms in towards the thighs. We're going to lift the arms up and then lower them down. So nice and slow here to start. We're going to go arms up, knuckles up, and then lower them back down. Let's do one more like that, and then we'll start to add the thigh stretch into it. Next time the arms come up, hold them there. Tip the body back, and then pull yourself forward, back over the knees, bring the arms down, take a little break. Lift the arms up, hinge the body back, squeeze through your glutes, push the arms and hips forward, lower them down. Let's do 3 more like that. Good. Weights actually give us a little assistance, a little momentum on the way back up. Last 2. Good. Anything weird happening in the knees, just shorten up your range of motion. Last one here. And bring it all the way down. You can set those weights down for a second, and then just stretch out into that child's pose. Let your low back round out. So kind of scoop the belly in there. And we'll take a nice deep breath in and shift it forward. Okay, so we're just going to need one weight. So let's take the weight into our right hand and step your left foot forward. And then from here, I'm going to rise up into a lunge. So I want my back knee to be tucked under, and then I have that weight in my right hand. So get down nice and low. You can even rest your left elbow on your knee if that's comfortable for you. And just like we did on all fours, you're just going to start to swing that weight back and forth. So when you come in, it's thumbs up. When you press out, it's pinkies up. Try to straighten out as much as you can through that right arm. And we're going to start to add a little bit of movement into this. So if you're down on your knee, come on up, pitch the body forward, hug the belly in. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1. Now as you pull the weight in, I want you to step forward, tap, press back, and tap. So try to keep all of your weight in that left heel. You're just moving the arm and the leg. Nice and light. Let's do 4. Good. Last 3. 2. Last 1. Press back and hold. Pulse that weight up for 10, 9, 8, 7. Get heavy, nice in that left heel. Last 3, 2, and 1. Step it forward. Shake it out. Switch to the other side. So start down low. Right foot forward, left foot back. You can come down onto your elbow to start, and just swing that arm in and out. Thumbs up, pinkies up. And then start to feel the weight move into your right heel here. Keep your chin slightly tucked into the chest. Let's do 3, 2, last 1. Start to add that step into it. So we pull the left knee in, press out. And as you come in, try not to shift your weight too far forward over that right foot. Push in and out. Last 5, 4, final 3, 2, press back, hold it. Little pulses with that left arm. Squeeze the arm in nice and tight to the body. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Set your weight down. Let's step it back into a plank position. Send your feet out nice and wide. Just like at the start of class, we're going to start to hinge back up into the shoulders, into our pike. Bring it forward, hold. Bend the knees, sit back, stretch the shoulders, bring it forward into your plank. So a few more like that before we lay down onto our side. A little bit more leg work as we bend back into that rabbit. Let's do 2 more of each. Last time in our pike. Last time in our rabbit. And bring it down, the knees come down, child's pose. All right, we'll take a nice deep breath in here and then come on to our side. Let's all lay on our left side so I can keep track of where you guys are. And then keep a weight out in front of your body. We won't need it just yet, but we will in a few. You're gonna go ahead and rest your head onto your left bicep and send your legs out nice and long. So top leg is gonna lift. We're gonna bend the knee and swing the knee back so it's in line with the hip. So I can't really see my knee. I've got it in line with the rest of my body. And then from here, you squeeze the heel into my hip, little pulses up. So teeny tiny, they don't have to be big. And as I look down, I want the knee and hip in alignment. So I've got a nice stretch through the front of my leg. Let's do 5, 4, keep your waistline lifted. Last 3, 2, last 1. Little circles here. So the more you swing your knee back, the more booty work you're gonna get. So try to slide it back behind the body without arching the back too much. Let's do 3, 2, 1, reverse. So little circles in the other direction. Again, really squeezing through the heel all the way to the hip. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in and shake it off. Bend that bottom knee in just a little bit. Okay, so we're gonna take the knees together, heel comes up in this diagonal position. You're gonna press back and push through the heel. I'm slightly internally rotated so that I can bring my knees back together and tap them. Push out, squeeze, bend back in, and bring the knees together. So as I reach out, I'm really trying to force that internal rotation, toes down, heels up. And then let's add a double pulse to it. You'll push back, pulse through the heel, and pull back in. 4 more like that. Last 3. Good, nice and small. Press back, squeeze 2. Last 1 with the pulses here. And go ahead and bring that in. We're gonna press ourselves up here and go right into our Z translation. So that left knee comes forward now and the right leg is back. So we're sitting in our mermaid shape. Okay, so from here, you're just gonna take a couple side bend stretches. Left hand is down, I'm gonna reach my right arm up and stretch into my waist. And then start to come back up through center by pushing up through the left arm, open up the chest and reach. And just slowing it down with a couple stretches here. If your right cheek is clenching, right, because it's kind of tired or activated, just try to relax through the hips. And then on this next one, let's rotate over towards the right leg, take a counter twist. And take one more deep breath in there, and then start to come back towards center. So what I want you to keep this shape with your legs. Just move them out a little bit more in front of the body. So essentially we're going to be moving from side to side. So this is a little bit of mobility work. It might feel funny if you haven't done it before, or if there's anything going on in your knees. You can just walk the feet out a little bit further, okay? So I want you to start to move side to side in your Z translation. And see if you can get the knee down as you twist. And you might start to drift around a little bit on your mat. Good. And let's do 4 more of these. So we're just mobilizing the hips. Good. So you can twist your body a little bit more into it. Maybe pop a hip. That would feel good. Last 2. And 1 more each side. Good. Swing the knees over to the right. I've drifted off of my mat entirely, and then back into our banana shape. So come back up to your side line. Now you should be on your right hip. And start nice and juiced up. You're gonna go ahead and take that top leg, bend the knee, slide the knee back. So we take our hip into extension anytime we open up the front of the body. Flex through the feet back there, and then just give me little pulses up and down. And don't be discouraged if your little windshield wipers didn't look very good. Let's do 5. Squeeze your butt. 4, 3, 2. Last one. Swing your knee back a little bit more and then give me circles. Bring the heel along for the work. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Reverse circle directions. So I'm thinking more behind me. The more I can get that knee behind me, the more I can squeeze my booty. Let's do 4, 3, 2, last one. Bring the knees in and tuck them into the hips a little bit. We're going to lift that top leg, heel up, toes down, push back towards the corner of the mat, and then bend the knees back in. Push out, drive through the heel, and bend back in. Think internal rotation, especially at the top. That means we lead up with the heel, toes, turn down. Let's do 5. Oh, we forgot. We got to add a double pulse. Push out. Give me a pulse before you bring it in. Let's do 4 more of those with the pulse. Good. Let the leg get nice and heavy. 2 more. Pulse, and pull. And last one here. And bring it all the way back in. Find your Z translation at the top by pulling your right leg in. Your left knee goes back behind you. And we'll just take a nice stretch into our waistline here. So I want my left leg to soften, my hip to soften as I reach. Take a deep breath in, push yourself up. Inhale, exhale as you reach. Try to spread open through the rib cage there. Come back up. Last time here, reach all the way through in your lateral flexion. And then start to sweep the arms around. Take a counter stretch over towards your left leg. One more deep breath in there. And then let's come around back through center. So last little bit of booty work that we're going to do here. We come back onto all fours one more time today. And then you're going to take one of your weights and you're going to tuck it into the crease behind your knee. So we want it to make sure it's in like a good position there. So I have to squeeze in on my legs to keep that weight there. Okay, so I'm going to start at the top here, flex through the foot, and then go little pulses. Teeny tiny, up and down. Just squeezing up, pushing up through the heel. So weights adding just a little bit of work. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Swing the knee under now. Keep squeezing it and push back up. Bend and push. Good. Keep that nice tight squeeze on the weight the whole time. Don't go too tight though, or you're going to get a cramp in your hamstring. So just enough to kind of cradle the weight there. Good. Let's add a double pulse back into it. Lift, pulse, and then pull back down. 4 more of those. Last 3, 2, last one. Hold it at the top. Pulse it out for 10. Try to set that belly in nice and tight here, and then push it through the arms and the leg. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Just a little break. You can readjust that weight if you need to. I'm going to go out to the side and finish with hydrants here. So I'm going to lift and lower. Lift out to the side, lower back to center. Good. Notice if your weight is shifting around too much, try to involve those obliques a little bit more. Let's do 5. Last 4, 3, 2, and last one. Bring it down. Take it to the other side. So really it gets that left side a little bit more, just because that's our stabilizer. Tuck the weight behind your left knee now. And then let's start at the top with our pulses. So flex out through your foot. Give me little pulses. Teeny tiny. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Full range. Pull the knee in. Push it up. We'll do 5 without the double pulses, And then we'll add the double pulse for the last 5. Here's 3, 2, 1 more full range without the pulse. Next time you press it up, pulse, pulse, and lower back down. 4 more like that. Try to stamp up through your heel. Last 3. Getting a little shaky. 2 more. Last one, hold final set of pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Take a moment. A little break. Last thing we do, hydrate. You're going to open up the knee out to the side of the body for 10. Try not to drop into the right hip too much when you do it. Last 8. Nice and slow. Work with the breath here. Final 5. Push into that right knee. 3, 2, and last one. Good job. Go ahead and take that weight out. You can set it back to the side of the mat. And then let's bring our hands down. Tuck the toes. Come back up into your down dog stretch. Stretch the back of the legs. You can pedal out the feet. And then let's bend through the knees. Stretch out through those hips. And just shift it forward into our plank. So we're going to walk it down to a forward plank here. Come back down onto your elbows. And then we're just going to take one weight into our right hand. So get settled onto your elbows here. Weight's going to come into that right hand. We're going to just take the arm, reach it out in front of the body, and then hug it back in. So like you're punching the arm out. Try not to open up the body too much. You will a little bit. For 3, 2, last one. Switch it over to that left hand. Punch it out. Pull it back in. You can do this without the weight. Try not to drop your hips too much over to that right side. A little bit is okay. 2 more. And last one. Set that weight down. Elbows are going to stay down. We'll finish with some hip dips here, and then we'll start to wind it down. So just taking those hips side to side. Nice and slow. Try not to move the feet too much. Just twist and rotate through the hips. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees come down. Child's pose. Our favorite. We'll take a deep breath in. Slowly start to roll it on up. Swing those feet out in front of you. Just a little bit more core work until we stretch. So this will be an option to use the weights if you want. You don't have to, okay? So have them close by if you want to use them. They will add to the work. Let's roll down for our transition. So take a deep breath in. Start to tuck under through the tailbone and roll down one vertebrae at a time. Okay. I'm out of breath. All right, let's bend the knees. Again, you can use weights or no weights. That is up to you. I'll start without the weights and then add them. So we're going to take our arms back up to the ceiling. But before we start to move here, I want you to just lift your shoulder blades off the mat and then retract them back down. So see if you can get as much of your shoulder blades back down onto the mat as you can. Protract, so reach. And then retract, pull back. And see how that feels in your core when you start to pull the shoulder blades back down. Last time here, you're going to reach up and then pull the shoulder blades back down. Knit those ribs together. So pull in, take a deep breath in, and then press to curl. So if you have your weights, you can use them here. You're going to start to walk the arms here. One arm's going to go high, one arm's going to go low. You'll take a deep breath in and switch. So as you reach up behind you, I want you to, again, think about retracting those shoulders, pulling them back down into the shoulder girdle so that this movement isolates a little bit more. And we're able to focus on what's happening in the ribs. So can you pull your ribs back in and together? Let's do 3 more of these. Nice and slow. Keep your chin tucked into your chest. Last 2. Last one. And to bring it all the way down. Relax the arms. So again, grab those weights if you want to use them. This time we're going to add the legs to this movement. So the legs are going to come to tabletop. We'll press to a curl, and then we'll start to walk the arms and the legs in our dead bug. So knees come in, arm reaches long. Take a deep breath in, and switch. And this is all about stabilizing through my center here. So hips are going to stay nice and heavy. My tailbone is my anchor point. As I reach, stretch overhead, and switch. And if the weights are too much, take it out of it. You can also take your curl out of this if you would like. Well, let's do 4. Nice and slow with these. Last 2. 1 more each side. And to bring everything in. You can set the weights off to the side of the body. Just going to roll over onto our side. Your legs are going to be in tabletop, so heels with the knees, and then reach your arms out in front of you, and bring your palms together. Rest your head down here for a second. We're going to take the top hand, so if we're on our right hip, it's our left hand, and we're just going to start to open it out to the side of the body. See if you can press it, the knuckles all the way into the floor behind you. And really open up through the chest there. Let that muscle there, our pectoral muscle, stretch over the front of the arm. Take a nice deep breath in. Start to bring the hand back through center here. And then we'll exhale as we open back up. So this time, bend the elbow. And see if you can start to move the elbow down towards the ground. Probably not, right? Unless you're super twisty. Not with keeping our knees like this. But see where you can go with it. Inhale, come back through center. And then the last one here, we'll make a L shape with the arms. You'll inhale as you open. Let the arm reach up overhead as you open up through the chest. Feel a nice stretch all the way through those biceps as you reach. And we'll take a deep breath in here, start to sweep the arms around. So as smoothly as you can, we'll go to the other side by lifting the arm and the leg. And move over to the other side. All right, so once you get there, you're going to start to stretch that right arm up. We'll keep it in a T shape. Try to keep the knees together, which forces us to isolate the rotation in the upper body. And then try to soften any tension that might be in that right shoulder. Stretch the arms out, nice big inhale. Start to come back through center. And then as we open up here, bend the elbow in a goal pose. See how that feels. How far away I am from the ground. Our chests are super tight here. But with every exhale, just try to soften the arm down a little bit closer to the mat. And then we'll inhale as you come back in. Last one here, we'll make a 90-degree angle with those arms by reaching the right arm up overhead. And as you extend through the arms in this L shape, try to soften the shoulder back down. Take a deep breath in here, bring the hands back together, and then nice and slowly, knee and arm reaches up, roll all the way onto your back. You can keep your arms out into a T shape. Let's knock the knees together here, so walk the feet out nice and wide, and then just take a moment to feel the weight of the pelvis down onto the mat for a few deep breaths. And maybe reach the arms up a little bit more overhead to try to stretch through the front of the body. And just settle into this shape. And then last thing that we'll do here is bend the elbows. So come back into your cactus shape. And then from here, I'm going to keep my elbows down on the mat. I'm just going to start to rotate through my shoulders. So palm down towards the ground. And then exhale as I go, knuckles to the ground. And see how that feels. Like maybe at first we can't get our knuckles down, and that's normal. Again, we know our chests are tight there. So just go where you can go with it. And try to feel the shoulders, the upper arm, kind of moving around inside of the shoulder girdle there. It's a really nice stretch, especially working from home and being on the computer so much more. And let's do one more of each. Next time you press those palms down, you can bring them to your side, stretch the legs all the way out to the corners of the mat. Take a moment here, if you want to flip your palms up, you can, but just to close the eyes and connect with your breath, you can rest the hands down on the mat and just try to relax the body as best as you can. Maybe walking up the back of the head on the mat so you get a little stretch through the neck. And we think about our 3-point breath here, in through the nose, up through the chest, all the way into the belly. And then exhale as you start to soften from the belly, ribs, and out the mouth. And we'll do just a few breaths like that, something you can carry through your day. Last one. Next time you inhale, stretch those arms all the way up overhead. Open up the chest, let the ribs splay. Take a deep breath in, and then exhale as you start to slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. You can drop the legs together at the top, nice and narrow, all the way into a forward fold. Slowly let the blood rush back into your head. Now we'll take one more deep breath in there, and we'll slowly roll up, restack the spine.